Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome back to another exciting race with the Roughneck Racing Series out here at Talladega. Once again, it's the guys up in the booth, Luke alongside Kevin. Kevin, how we doing tonight?
Man, super excited for the championship, Luke. It's the final. It's Matthew Baker hunting down Garrett Maines to take home the money, take home the pride, and take home the belt. I think it's going to be a super exciting race.
I'd have to agree with you out here, Kevin, and I think we got a little bit of an interesting one. How we're doing this one out here tonight. I know you got a little more information. You're in contact with race control tonight. So how's this one going to play out for us tonight, Kevin?
Yeah, usually we have the two heats, and then everyone makes it to the main event. Tonight, it's just going to be one heat, a warm-up race for everyone. It's going to be the full field in it, and then that's going to bleed over straight into the feature after that. So it's one heat. It's still 10-lap heat. And then the main event. So just skipping out that second heat, Luke.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one out here at Daytona International, and I guess the grid is all yours, Kevin, if you want it.
Yep, pulling it up now. And how about Kyler Wynn on the pole tonight? And on his outside is going to be Daniel Falkingham. Second row is going to be Ethan Eckert and Malik Ray. Third row is going to be Landon Velicky and Cody Nagels. Fourth row is going to be Garrett Maines and Matthew Baker. Then it's going to be Nick Seipel and Freddie Batson. Sixth row is going to be Brian Hennings and Devin Ray. Seventh row is going to be Joe Huerta and Christopher Melton. Eighth row, Richard Elliott and Jared Haynes. Ninth row is going to be Trevor Asmanoff and Josh McCullough. Then you're going to have James Waring and Hunter Hasting, Mark Vondell and Michael Wingo, Miles Bagley and Nathan Harper, Stephen Miles and Dylan C. Jones, Daniel Eberhart and Nash Brambilla, and rounding us out is going to be James Wagner.
And boy, it's going to be an exciting one out here, Kevin. You'll have to remind me again. You said it's going to be pretty much just a warm-up race, P1 and 2 take the money?
P1 and 2 are taking the 25 each. That would usually be the heat money.
Gotcha. And this bleeds right over to the main event. Okay.
Yep.
I like it. A little bit of a warm-up race out here for the drivers. Always good for them to get a little warmed up. I know they had a bit of a lengthy practice session before this anyways, but, just good for them to get out there and get used to the race environment early on.
Yeah, and right now on points, it's Garrett Maines leading with 50, Matthew Baker with 42, Malik Ray with 28, Ethan Eckert with 27, Josh McCullough with 27, and Ethan Eckert with 24. So that's going to be your top five right now. All top five are getting paid out. Daniel Falkingham in that sixth place, kind of looking in, trying to get into the money.
And currently just taking a look here, it's an 82-degree day out here with a 64% precipitation percentage and a 85-degree track temperature. So that's going to be the statistics on the track for the night out here. But the pace car is going to be going in this time.
Yeah, and pace car is in, and we are about to go racing here in the championship race, heat race, with Kyler on the pole. Here we go. Green, green, green.
They're off to a fast start out here. Kyler Wynn taking the inside, and Daniel Falkingham getting some good movement up there on the outside line.
Already beating and banging around in the back, trying to make it 3 wide, but so far it's the 39 of Falkingham and the 82 of Kyler Wynn up front. But here comes that third line. And
Hold it
that's going to be a hard hit.
Involved.
The 5's going to be involved hard.
Jimmy Johnson.
Going to be in between the 6 of Cody Nagels and the 5 of Matthew Baker that started that one, if you want to take a look at either of them.
Let's go ahead and take a look back here. It's like the number 5 just kind of corners the number 6 there, and obviously that just leads to multiple cars getting caught in that one.
Piles up a good chunk of them.
Let's go back one more time here. We'll maybe watch from the blimp view and take a look at that one. And you just, watch right up there by the number 5 and the number 6. So you see the number 5 just kind of gets into the corner of the number 6 there, and just unfortunate turn of events there early on for Cody Nagels.
Yeah, and just a reminder, there's no fast repairs in the heat races, and there's no fast repairs in the feature race. So what happens, happens. And, it is what it is. Gonna be an uphill grind for Matthew Baker going into the main event as he is chasing Garrett Maines in the points.
Yeah, and how far back is he on the points out here? What's he looking to achieve here?
He's 8 points back. The leaders at is Garrett Maines. He's at 50 points throughout 8 races, so he's averaging about 6.25 points a race. So, you know, it's going to have to be not so great of a race for Garrett Maines, and it's going to have to be a hell of a race for Matthew Baker. But we'll keep you updated on how that's looking. I'm going to try to get some more information on how the points are determined. But right now, our front row is going to be the 12 of Eckert and the 82 of Kyler Wynn. Foggingham loses a few on the restart or on the start there, but nothing too crazy.
It's off to an exciting one out here, Kevin. We saw some action early out there. I mean, you know, it's to be expected out here of these heat races for them to be racing a little extra out here. But first caution comes out early. I'm sorry, I'm just getting word here. This is this is maybe Baker's last race before deployment. So this is going to be a big race for him out here tonight. Big thanks to him and everybody else out here for serving the country.
Hey Luke, I just got word. Could you go ahead and check up on your trading paints, make sure it's not only open but updated?
It seems as though it's just bugging out to all hell right now. So we're going to go ahead and pull that up and wait for that to refresh. Might take a few minutes here. Yeah, that was my apologies. Yep, and a big thanks to all the servicemen's parents for sticking with them as well. So we're waiting for all the trade paints to load up here. Should be coming through any minute now.
Yeah, and they're coming around. Crowd is on their feet. Pace car is going to be coming in this time by. As we have a packed grandstands here at Daytona International.
Pace car
and I lied. They just stood up because they felt like it.
And it shows all of our trade paints are in there. I just don't believe them for a second, so we're just probably waiting for it to fully load through here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go through and see if I'm reading what you're reading as far as the trade paints goes.
Go and reload all the textures for their cars too. Maybe that'll help out.
Yeah, there's just not a chance that I'm even getting them because I'm seeing some default schemes on some guys that do not run default schemes.
I was gonna say,
so I'm gonna try to.
I mean, it seems like we're getting like half of them, but Kyler Wynn, and I just don't believe that Kyler Wynn is rocking a default scheme there.
39 Falkingham as well. Oh, a couple of mine just popped back.
Oh, I think some of mine are starting to load too. Seeing a Sunny D car in the back.
I mean, I saw him during practice. It's very odd.
Interesting one. Go ahead and task manager restart trade paints, I suppose. See if that does anything. When it is letting me know.
Yeah, and pace car is coming in this time as it peels off low. It's going to be the restart of Kyler Wynn and Ethan Eckert there up front, and we are green and racing here at Talladega. Good jump for that outside line. They got good speed between Kyler and Malik.
know Trading Paints has been having a lot of issues lately as is, so there's a decent chance that could even be causing it.
Oh, and we
Oh.
might have an incident going on in the back.
Oh boy, look at that. They're fanned out like 5 wide back there.
Yeah, I'll try to get a
Oh,
read
boy.
on what just happened there.
That's going to be scary going into the turn. They're 4 wide back there. They're going to break it up a little bit there and switch back to 3 wide. It's still Ethan Eckert and Landon Veliky leading this off here.
Yeah, they got a lot of space, but here comes Falkingham and Maines with Kyler and Malik on their outside. They're running 2x2 behind them as Eckert and Veliky go high.
Yeah, I'm just double checking here on the whole Trade Paints thing. It's showing it's fully up to date and we're getting them all, so I believe this might be a Trading Paints issue. They're going to all file back in single wide here. Landon Veliky sets the top speed, or the best lap out here. He's got a 49.89.
Ow.
What a lap.
Here comes the high line, though, with Kyler and Malik, and it seems Ethan Eckert lost all speed based off of that. There's only 2 cars down there on the bottom. That high line is running with 4.
How about Kyler Wynn, Malik Ray, and Daniel Falkingham and Garrett Maines? That's 4 of your best drivers out here, Kevin.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know it's just the heat race, but is it going to set the pace for the rest of the night?
You know, I don't want to say too early, but it wouldn't surprise me. We'll put it that way.
No doubt, no doubt.
They are moving out here, going across the fans at the start-finish.
Yeah, and it seems it's gone back to single file with 3 to go. Lord knows it's not going to be like that for the rest of the race, though.
No, sir.
Yeah, here comes that second line already. I want to say, I really don't want to say anything because it's just that one neon green car that I can't get a read on. 52, probably Melton. He's out here, I know.
Oh boy, we're gonna use that one next time. Bye. Gonna be trying out some new cameras out here tonight. It's Daniel Falkingham still leading us off here.
And Chris Melton goes hard into the wall. I mean, hard into the wall. I don't know what happened there.
We're struggling to find him here. Where's Yeah. Oh boy.
But 2 to go. Let's go back live and see how this
wide.
thing ends, because they're 3 wide now. And yeah, they are moving.
Walkingham's up on the top. Malik Ray's on the middle line, and Kyler Wynn's on the inside line, all holding the lead on their respective lines. White flag's about to be in the air this time by.
Yeah, Falkingham and the number 2 car of Garrett Maines up top. They get clear of that middle line, but here comes Eckert on the inside. He's got a little bit of speed with him and Landon. Not too much, but it seems like that top line with Maines and Falkingham is just dominating right now.
And it's tough to say here. You got to wonder what these that middle line's going to do. They're going to try to split the gap, it seems. So they're going to get a good run.
Split it.
Third car's joining him. No, he's going to hop to the high line. Oh,
and here comes a huge run for the high line from the 60 car. And the block is thrown, and that stuffs everybody up on the final lap out here at Daytona. Malik Ray leading on the inside. Falkingham in second. Comes in behind him. Car's going into the wall.
Falkingham goes to the inside.
Thrown, but Falkingham gets it, and it's going to be
Malik Ray. He barely got it. Wow. And
it's going to be Malik Ray by 0.018.
Oh my god! The number 1 kills somebody. What a wild one out here. Malik Ray gets the victory out here in the pre-race we get out here before the championship. Daniel Falkingham getting second. Great race for both of them. They're going to be the heat race money winners out here. quick show of the results here at the end of that first Heat 1 race. And I believe they're going to have a little bit of a practice session here. Yep, they're going to get about a 2-minute warm-up here before we kick things off again. And how about that first heat race, Kevin? That was an exciting early heat race. You got to wonder, you think it's going to bleed off over here into the championship here?
Yeah, I think it's going to. We know Garrett Main's with a good finish, finishing 6th or 7th. He's just looking to hold on and get a decent finish out here, whereas some of the guys stuck in the back, like Matthew Baker, got to move, and I think that's exactly what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting race out here for the, I believe, the final Roughneck racing of the season, correct?
Yeah, this is the finale. This is the championship.
This is it. You got any info on next season yet, or no?
Nothing yet.
Okay. Either way, it's been a very fun season out here. We've seen some very, very tough racing from all these drivers, and it's going to be a very, very interesting race out here to see what Matthew Baker can do.
Hey, Triscaro, can you hear me on this channel? And you know, Danny, I got Matthew Baker as far as the betting goes, so it's gonna be a journey for him. Just the heat race though, anything can happen. I know we got 50 laps of madness out here, so super excited to see what's to come.
And I'd have to agree with you, Kevin. It's going to be an exciting one out here. Oh. Yep.
Yeah,
that's going to do it.
Baker, we've been trying. Both of ours, I don't know if it's a spectator issue or what it is, but both of ours is seeing like half the paints.
Yeah, we've been refreshing it and doing everything we can to get it to show here, but for some reason it's just not wanting to show us any more than it already is for some reason. I've even reset the assets and everything.
Maybe refresh one time before main event and see if it picks them up once they're good for main, but other than that,
that's all we
I don't know, because it's
hope for.
It's both of ours somehow.
Yeah, not too sure why. We'll go ahead and try one more time, see if it fixes anything. Yeah, they're going to be going around here as we hopefully try to sort out this trade paints issue. Attempting to reload them all again, hoping that it...
I just tried and I got the same damn thing, so...
I was about to say, I'm even reloading the textures and everything, and it's just... I don't know. Trade paints, like we said, has been very buggy the last handful of days, at least from our experience, so there's a solid chance that has something to do with it.
Could we get an onboard real quick? Because I'm getting a lot of word from drivers that it is dark out, and the lights are not shining as bright as the Daytona lights usually would.
You know what, we'll go ahead and hop on board our current leader, Malik Ray. And whoa! Yeah, it is dark out here, and just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, these are not your average paddy wagons. These NASCARs are not equipped with headlights, so if the lights ain't shining up there, they just might be driving in a dark race out here tonight, Kevin, and that's going to make for a very scary environment if these lights don't kick on, as we see the sunset there. Yeah, it's they might have to crank the voltage up on those stadium lights here in a little bit, maybe. Yeah, the pace car does have some headlights. If only the pace car could stay out.
Alright, let's go off inboard and watch our first start. Hopefully not too many restarts out here tonight, but regardless, we're green racing, and the 60 drops all the way. He's falling fast. I don't know what happened with him, but we're gonna have to find it.
That's Freddie Bassinez.
Yeah, he said, got word something disconnected, so he opted to make the safe decision and drop back and stay out of trouble's way. But Daniel Falkingham able to drop down to the bottom, and he's got some good speed coming out of 1 and 2. Here for the first time of 50 tonight, Luke.
And, you know, and good on Freddie Bassinez back there for getting out of the way. That's a good play there that goes to show why he's, you know, vastly above us in safety rating. Smart decisions like that to keep it moving, but they're too wide out here. They're going across the trioval now. A little bit of blinking going on up front there. Not too sure if that's a us issue or the driver's issue. Oh boy. Some close transfers there early.
Yeah, very quickly.
You know, Kevin, I feel like I remember doing a move about the same as that one a couple hours ago today, and just resulted in me just kissing the wall.
Yeah, Luke, and I was just thinking to myself, did we even say the grid starting this race?
No, but I mean, in theory, it was the exact same as the qualify, right? Was it the same thing as the heat qualify, or did it change after the results?
No, it was the results.
So looking at our poll tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event, if it'll...
It's okay.
Nope, it's not going to show it, so it's going to be a mystery.
It is what it is. Well, our top 20 right now is...
Oh, and Corbett's getting turned.
Oh, and that's a...
Oh, we're wrecking. Or sorry, that was Hunter Hastings. Sorry, not Corbett. Hunter Hastings. He was
That's a big incident. I'm taking a look at the replay. The 82 gets into the 52. It starts with Kyler Wynn, and it just collects from there.
Yeah, that was a wild one. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that one. Ooh, yep. It happens with the number 62. That's going to be Landon Velicki. That's who I thought was Sean Corbett. 62, sorry. All right, well, he's holding the high line up there. Tries to come down low, and ooh, doesn't quite come down all the way. I think he was clear. He just didn't come down all the way.
Yeah, not clear when he got down, I should say.
Yeah, maybe let's look at the overhead here, see if that'll give us a better view of what happened there. And I mean, he would have been clear if he would have came down a little further, but 80. I don't even know what that was. That just kind of bit of a funky situation there. But the you know, yeah, we'll slow it down a little bit.
Let me see who I got to read on collected in that one. I'm seeing in the pits. Eberhardt's in the pits. Unfortunate.
And you see, I mean, I think if the 62 just comes down all the way, I think he's clear there, but he just decides to kind of stay up a little bit high, but I mean, overall...
I don't know, Luke. How bad do we think the damage is out there?
It's tough to say. We're jumping live here, and we are seeing a lot of pits.
Yeah, it's going to start early here. We know this to be a 2-pit race usually, so I'm not quite sure if this is going to be the first one, but regardless, it's going to be a pit for him to get freshened up. Might well. I think everybody came in there.
I believe so. It's going to be, I believe, Garrett Maines. Yep, Garrett Maines at the lead out of pit road.
Falkingham in 2, Kyler in 3. Am I mistaken, or was Kyler just involved in that one?
Tyler was involved in that one, and so was Veliky, and they're all they're all still riding in the top 10 here. And I'm just taking a look here. No fast repairs, so I mean, just looking at the damage here, looking at Veliky, his vehicle does not really look that damaged, at least from my view.
Let me take a look at
Kyler
mine and
Wynn
see if they
either.
boxed.
I was going to say, maybe see if you get a better view.
Yeah, they came in. I guess didn't take any repairs. Just took what they had to and got right back out. So not too concerning for either of them, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, they're both still riding in the top 10, so, I mean, assuming they didn't take that much damage out there, I mean, they might still have a serious shot in this race if, you know, assuming their aero isn't too fucked up.
How about Matthew Baker? He's already back up to 11th place. I know he's chasing Garrett Maines. His issue ain't going to be getting to the front. It's going to be getting Maines to the back.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, I know he's probably running a really cool scheme we can't see right now, but either way, a very cool-looking iRacing default paint scheme here for Matthew Baker in the cyan color car.
Yeah, and, you know, taking a look at the default cars, it's always select high number in your graphics setting. I know you did at one point. Could have gotten undone.
Oh, and Sweet Mary Joseph. I think it might have. That might have been the thing. We'll give it a minute. They're all refreshing here. We'll see if that changes anything.
Well, if so, thank the Lord for Matthew Baker. Because.
And
well,
I'm still seeing the same old shit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, we're getting them. We're getting them, baby.
Okay.
Sweet mama.
We're starting.
They're loading in, slowly but surely. Oh, yeah, they're making their way back. How about Matthew Baker? Being the man to not only win a lot of races out here, but fix our trade paint issue as we wait for his scheme to hopefully load up here. So I'm sure he's rocking a nice one.
Well, I mean, that's still his default, so.
Yeah. There they are.
Him?
There they are. Yep, there he is, the number 5.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I like that.
All right.
Oh, that is sweet. Tiger on the hood of that. That thing's sick.
Yeah, no wonder he was
egging us to get that. Yeah, I was about to
help
say.
us out as much as he could because
you know, one hates to be early here, Kevin, but dare I say that one of the coolest cars on the track out here tonight? But we're gonna have to shut up about the paint schemes here. We'll get back into that later. They're going green again this time. Bye.
Yeah, and they're green out here, and it's going to be Garrett Maines on the outside with the command, and Falkingham on the inside, and they're side-by-side racing. A decent jump for the inside, all things considered. I don't know if they're going to get clear. Yeah, it is, barely, and he's going to drop in. That's going to give Nathan Harper, I do believe, the command at the top, and they've had a good run with it being turns 1 and 2. I mean, a really good run, as they're actually going to come out of the turns ahead. But, inside dying off a little bit, outside really getting it going. Nathan Harper's going to drop. It's going to be close, but no, he's not going to have it clear at this point. And here comes Garrett Maines on the 3 and 4. Back into the lead momentarily, and I am really going to have to update my trading paints as well, because I am still seeing the defaults, and it is really confusing me looking between our screens. So, you want to take it away while I do that, Luke?
Yeah, sure thing, Kevin. And it's going to be Nathan Harper here in the lead right now. He's got a decent lead here. They're all working that inside line right now. They got about 4 cars. How about Matthew Baker sliding up into that top 5? He's made his way up quite a few positions here off the restart, and he is making it work here, as they're about 3 wide behind him. Third line is starting to grow there. It's starting to get a couple cars, but your top 5 are really starting to get away from these guys behind them. They're staying single file wide all the way through.
Yeah, and my paints are now loading in, and right now I'm seeing all gray cars, so...
Hopefully that'll change up for you momentarily.
One can hope. Did you have to refresh your train paints after you selected that setting, or did you
Literally
just wait?
just turned it off and waited.
Alright, and for... Oh, I just got Falkingham's neon car, so that's a good sign. Got Kyler's red and white that we're used to. But,
Yep.
here comes Matthew Baker now into a top 5 position, Luke.
That's what I said, man. He's really starting to make his way up there. And if you're Garrett Maines, you got to be, I don't know, sweating a little bit here, seeing the guy that could possibly put, get ahead of you out here in the point standings. So it'll be tough to see how these two drivers go out here. And there he is, Matthew Baker. He's making the second line.
Yeah, and he's going to give a big push to Garrett. And, they're riding together now. I don't know if that's the dynamic you want if you're Matthew Baker. I know it's your teammate, I know it's your friend, but if you do good on the line, he's gonna do good on the line, so...
Yep, there they go.
How about Baker flying by?
Yeah, they are moving. Matthew Baker now getting the lead here. They're 3 cars clear. Will they see a 4th before the turn? And I don't think they will. The 24 car is going to be forced to take that line, and Kyler Wynn's going to slip to the inside line there. Matthew Baker's still going to hold that high line. He's starting to die off. Inside line starting to get a good run there, led by Kyler Wynn and Garrett Maines. Nathan Harper following. And they're starting to get a good run back up there. And, ooh, a couple of testy bumps there across the tri-oval. Kyler Wynn's hanging up in the front. Garrett Maines and Nathan Harper behind him. Daniel Falkingham and Matthew Baker behind them. A beautiful look at that pond across the back straightaway of Daytona, Kevin.
Yeah.
You got to wonder. You think there's going to be any fish in there?
I would imagine so. I mean, why wouldn't you stock Daytona? It's Daytona.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. And it's going to be Garrett Maines slipping to the inside there. He's going to have the lead on the inside line. And Kyler Wynn with the lead on the outside line.
Just a little bit of a update. I'm reading about 19 laps on fuel in these cars, with it being the 50%. I don't know how accurate that is, because that is what the cars are in real life. They're about 38, so we'll just have to wait and see. Garrett Maines able to maintain able to regain the lead with the help of Kyler Wynn. Nathan Harper is still looking on that inside line. I do have all the paints now, Luke. I do have all the schemes.
Terrific, Kevin. I'm glad you're able to see all these cool paint schemes, because I'm seeing quite a few nice ones out here. One that I seem to see every single night out here that always stands out no matter what schemes are on. The number 011 of Dylan C. Jones. He's always riding the bright white scheme. The Stormtrooper design.
No doubt. I mean, it's a good-looking car.
Simple and effective.
Nathan Harper now to the lead with the help of Garrett Maines. Inside line now controlled by Falkingham, but it's not looking too quick, Luke. It's looking like that outside line is gonna dominate in the front stretch. Right now, though, Luke, they've kind of settled in. It seems to be some single file driving with Nathan Harper out front. I had the privilege of driving with Nathan Harper the other day in a Draft Masters, Luke, and He's quick.
I was about to say, how did that race go for you, Kevin? I don't remember if I was there for that one or not. How'd that one turn
Well,
out for you and Harper?
I don't mean to brag, but I was 8 thousandths of a second quicker, but a good 1-2 between us.
Wow. Yeah, I bet that was an exciting one. Hope to join you guys in the later Draft Masters. And I'm receiving word that James Waring is wrecking right now. And yep, he's sideways across the front straightaway. I'm not too sure what happened there. Kevin, if you want me to go ahead and take a look back at the replay.
You want to go back live, and I can
Yeah, I was about
take
to
a
say,
look
maybe
at the
you can take
replay
a
and
look.
let you know what happened. I mean, I don't know, Luke. It's only showing me scenic cam for James Waring right now. I think he might be off the track, so I don't know. Just him involved, though, is what we do know.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunate
And
for
he's
him.
not off the track because I see him now, but it's not letting me rewind it. But regardless, still racing out here. It's a good single file run. It's got about 5 cars up there in the lead pack, and then that second pack is running a little bit. Or no, they aren't. Yeah, they are. It's 7 through the rest, running about a second, 0.3 back, and that's gonna be led by Kyler Wynn. I'll keep you updated on if they're gaining or losing, but something to pay attention to.
It seems as though I swapped the wrong camera at the wrong time there.
Hey, it is what it is. A little bit of speed there, that second group. They're actually losing a lot of speed. There's some single file racing, Luke. It's what you like to see if you took the under tonight on the cautions, which was set at 4.5.
Yeah, and I can't recall. Have we done any polls in the chat yet tonight?
We have not. Let me see if I can get one rolling. It's gonna be a little bit harder with me. Gotta get some other things up on my stream now, as you know. Uh, what the hell am I looking at? Does it say we're live for you?
On
Yeah.
YouTube?
I'm going over to YouTube and
We're most
they're
definitely
telling
live.
me not live.
Well, we are most definitely live. We have 25 viewers.
All right, I found it. I don't know why it was telling me that, but I about shit my pants. So
Yeah, that would have been quite the blunder. But regardless, Nathan Harper's still leading here. They're single file wide all the way back. I mean, it's only lap 19 out of 50, so we're right getting close to that middle way point. They're just looking to keep things clean and not race too hard out here and just try to put some distance between them and the guys behind them. As we look back there, leading that back group, it's going to be Kyler Wynn. He's about 3 seconds off, I want to say. Let's go ahead and hop maybe to a cockpit view here and watch him, see if he can catch up to these guys here. And it seems as though the lights have gotten brighter out here tonight, Kevin. I'm just taking a look here. The lights have gotten brighter. The drivers can see a little better. And boy, do I love Daytona night races, Kevin.
yeah, I do too, Luke. I got a
Let's see, we're already getting some votes in out here. Kevin, how are the votes looking so far? really starting to get some space here. Kyler Wynn now falling 3.7 seconds back on the leader here.
Yeah, you know, just... Oh, but right when we say that...
Ooh. Matthew Baker. I think I heard a blown motor. And oh no. An unfortunate event happens for Matthew Baker. We're going to have to go back and take a look at that one.
Uh-oh.
No, he
that's
gets
not a
turned
blown
sideways,
motor.
sorry. That's what I heard. I heard it at the end for some reason. Oh no, we're gonna have to... Oh my!
That's gonna be the... What is that, 44?
Yeah, 44.
Is that Veliki? Quote me on anything, but you gotta help me figure out who that is.
I'm seeing a Wagner scheme. And it's really tough to see out here. Maybe let's... It's Hastings. It's Hunter Hastings. And he gets, it looks like an awkward push from the car behind him, which forces him up into Harper a little too hard. It's the 22 that
Baker.
pushed him. Yeah,
Not Harper, Baker.
Sorry. Yeah, so it looks like the 44 got a bit of a push there from the car behind him, the 25, and that resulted in Baker going into the wall. Let's look at the overhead here one more time. And you can see the push from the 25 into 44, and that just hooks Matthew Baker. And an unfortunate turn of events there for him, as he goes hard into the wall, and we hear his motor just completely blow up after that one. Do not believe he's going to be doing too well on this one out here, and we're going to jump back live here. And
he's off. He's out of the session.
Yep, and an unfortunate end of the night there for Matthew Baker. A good luck on his deployment, and thanks again to him and all the other service men and women out here serving the country. But we are on our second caution of the night out here tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, it's a crying shame that it happened there to Baker. I was just going to get a driver cam rolling. We had him on board again on the driver cam, but I don't think we're going to be getting that at this point.
You know, Kevin, I'd have to agree with you on that one. A very unfortunate turn of events there for Matthew Baker early on in this one. I don't want to say early on in this one. We're about past the halfway point. Boy, oh boy, does this track look beautiful at nighttime, Kevin.
Yeah, it does, and Daytona your favorite or Talladega your favorite, Luke? Gotta wonder.
You know I'm a sucker for Talladega, but I can't lie, I'm starting to become a bit more of a Daytona guy. The longer I've been playing and the longer I'm getting used to Talladega and everything, I mean, I'm just saying I like Daytona for the layout. To me, I like how it feels, but not saying I dislike Talladega in any way, shape, or form. Not express my love enough for either of these two tracks. These are easily my two favorite out here tonight. And let's we got into it a little bit earlier, Kevin. Let's go and take a look at some of the schemes out here. So we're seeing Falkingham there up early. I know he's going to be racing in the Coca-Cola Series here before too long, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, not quite sure when that next race is, but let me shuffle through some of the guys and see what I can find.
Seeing a Best Buy Camaro, Little Caesars Sportsbook. I'm really liking the Little Caesars car. Maybe the number 23 of Nash Brambilla. He's got the Caesars Casino on the side of his car. Like that one a lot.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm looking.
Seeing the First Responders car from James Waring. Very nice scheme from him. I like that one a lot.
Ooh, I got my eyes on one. I gotta figure out what number they are. Show me the number. Like hell. It's the number 1, but I don't know if it's... It's not Stephen Miles, I don't think. So... It's towards the back. Oh, I think you just saw it. You go back forward a little bit more. Right. Oh, we just went
Ah, there
past
it
it again.
is.
Nope, nope, nope,
Malik
nope, nope.
Ray.
Right behind that. Right behind that. Yeah.
Joe Huerta and the D's Nuts car. The Duncan D's Nuts car.
And that is Ross Chastain, I think, on his picture, if I'm not mistaken. Unless he
And
is just a lot uh similar looking to Mr. Chastain.
and a nice scheme. A lot of nice schemes out here tonight, Kevin. We're going through the exit of turn 4. The base car is going to go in this time, and we're going to be going green this time by. Just seeing everybody catch up and get filed in here. Officials getting the green flag out. We are ready. We're going green out here again tonight.
And we're green here at Daytona. 2 cautions under the under our belts, but right now it's gonna be Falkingham on the outside, clear by about 3. I mean, that outside line just making it work. Harper follows, and don't see Jones gonna stay up.
Yeah, it seems that third line is going to be the line to work if you want speed out here. Well, it is more dangerous and a little more risky if they want to get that speed to get around the guys on the inside and that second line. They're going to really have to start making that third line work here as we're going through the... we are officially at the halfway point of this race. And I feel like we're going to see a bit of a change up here after this restart, Kevin, and I think we're already starting to see it. They're getting 3 wide back there.
Yeah, and that they are. It's going to be Dylan C. Jones up all the way. Oh, and we're wrecking.
Oh boy.
Oh, and
hold it together,
they
fellas.
regain it. Woo.
Hold it together, boys, and yep, they're holding it steady, and we're still green out here. Got a little shifty there for a minute, but they held it together.
Yeah, Matt, unfortunate. Thanks for stopping by in the stream. If we could get you for an interview, because just based off the season, we'd appreciate it. If you're not feeling it, we understand. But, we got about, what, Luke, half this race left to go, and, Falkingham leads.
And, you know, no surprise there, Kevin. It seems like we're saying his name every single night out here, and, maybe it's for a reason. He's a very talented driver out here. I believe he is currently the highest in terms of I rating and safety rating in the lobby. He is, yeah, without a doubt, if DraftKings were available, he would have the best odds. We'll put it that way.
Man, that would be awesome, Luke.
Oh, God. I would be even broker than I am already, Kevin. I thought that second line starting to work a little bit. Freddie Bassinez is taking the charge there, and we're starting to make something work. See Nathan Harper electing to take that high line in front of Freddie, and they're going to really start to move on that second line. Harper's clear. Is he going to take it? I don't think so. Round and round they go. That outside line is really moving. And Harper's going to make the transfer to the inside line, and he's going to get a bit of a push there from Falkingham and the guys behind him. Freddie Bassinez is now going to be leading the outside line alone, and he's got some momentum. Yeah, you know, if Baker's feeling up for an interview, either post-race or, well, even now, we wouldn't be opposed to it. So, if he's feeling it, he can hop in here. If not, no worries. I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff to do, but nonetheless, Falkingham's making a good push there with Harper up to the front. And we're 3 wide now. Kyler Wynn making it 3 wide with Malik Ray behind him. Freddie Bassinez is going to like to go up there with them. That's going to give the inside room a lot of room to work here. They're a little spaced out, but they're getting a little close. Starting to get closer together. That inside line has the car advantage. There, I believe, what is that? 5 cars clear on the inside line now. They're staying tight. They're really making things work out here. Still 3 wide there near the back. Malik Ray. He's one of them. But so far, so good. It'll be 20 laps left to go next time by. We're going to start winding this race winding the back half of this race away. And we've seen quite a few cars out of this one. Baker, Seipel, Asranoff, and Eberhardt, just to name the few that are out of the race currently. But we still got a majority of the field out here. I believe we are seeing 25 vehicles at the moment. Second line's starting to make things work as Freddie Bassinez, he's got the lead right now. They got a good run and made the pass on Valkingham. And as soon as I say that, that second line starts to fade again as they are just shy on cars compared to the leaders right now. And here they come into the entry of turn 3.
Yeah, and it's looking good for Freddie up front, but a lot of lines forming, a lot of stuff happening throughout the track. Man, I like that view.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Yeah, and a little bit of lap traffic coming up. He's going to dip way low and let him on through. But they're 3 wide, kind of getting stacked up a little bit. That outside line just soaring, though, and it's going to be Nathan Harper.
How about Jared Haynes getting the lead here? Joe Huerta behind him and Ryan Hennings. They got a nice lead here on the inside line. Kyler Wynn looking to close that behind him. Oh, and Kyler Wynn gets loose. Oh, and we're wrecking behind him. Freddie Bassinez is in the wall. And we're wrecking hard out here with 16 to go. And boy, oh boy, we're going to have to go back and take a look at that one as we have entered our 3rd caution of the evening out here. Ooh. That one. We take a look at the overhead here.
So how long has my mic been muted? Hey, Luke.
Kevin?
How long was my mic muted for?
Well, I didn't hear you up until now.
Well, the fans just got a little bit of Crank It Up Racing Men. Because apparently I was just sitting here yelling at myself.
Oh boy, and now we're gonna slow that down a little bit. And seems as though it happens right around the 62 and the 32. Oh boy.
Yeah, Danny, I muted to grab a handful of goldfish crackers to throw in my mouth, and I guess I just forgot to hit the unmute.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. Look at these drivers attempting to avoid the wreck, and oh, the number 4 gets hooked. Does he hold it? And yeah, he does. Nathan Harper with a good save there. Yeah, that was a wild one, and unfortunate for the vehicles involved, but we're pacing around out here for the 3rd time on the evening, Kevin. It's going to be 13 to go when we go green.
Yep, and I am going back to looking at schemes, if you could believe it.
Oh, I could believe it.
Here come the pits then for the last time tonight. This should run them to the end, at least through, I want to say 2 green light checkers, maybe only 1, but I think they could get through 2 green light checkers if needed. But let's see who wins the race off here.
There are the pits.
Danny, the only time I almost fell asleep during a broadcast, we ran a Daytona 500 race, 26 cautions. It was like 3 in the morning, and I was just, toothpicks in my eyelids type of deal.
Just thought I would point out that I had work 3 hours after that race ended. Just thought everyone should know.
Yeah,
so that was
it was a fun night, but it was a long night.
A rough next day, that's for sure. Definitely a wild one. That was, just thinking back to that race just makes me tired. I don't know if we'll be making a comment on that one, but...
All I'm asking is A, is the broadcast still up? B, where can I watch it?
I feel as though I drink enough of... Oh,
look, Danny.
Dear Lord,
we've thought about it. We've done some, driving on here. Pretty intoxicated.
Ooh, yeah.
We think it's probably not in the best interest. Probably wouldn't say the most professional things. I think I'm just going to leave it at that.
Now, that's not to say we wouldn't be opposed to giving it a shot sometime.
I think it'd have to be free, though. I don't think we could charge somebody to sit there, just
sit there and blab drunk. Oh boy, who knows? Maybe the next, if Roughneck Racing Season 2 is off to a kick, maybe we can get something arranged. We'll see. That'd be pretty funny. Either way, it's gonna be Jared Haynes and Brian Henning's going to be leading you guys off on the inside and outside when we go green this time by.
Well, Luke, we started with about, I think it was 30, 31. We got 23 in the lead lap now, so it's slimming out. But it's still anybody's race. We've seen the runs here have been insane. I mean, people have transferred from 8th to 1st on one straightaway, so I think anybody's still got a shot in this one.
Yeah, and we're going to have to watch that the drunk PGR broadcast for sure after this race. Need 2 more, please. Got a feeling that's a reference to some point in the stream, and I know I'll be checking it out after this one.
He's talking about cautions. I know he's got the over on 4.5 cautions.
I thought he was saying, during the broadcast, one of them goes, 2 more, please. you know, you know, a little extra on the beverage, but enough blabbing about beverages here. The pace car is going to be going in this time by. They're going to be going green again for the 4th time tonight out here with the Roughneck Racing Championship. Jared Haynes with the call.
Yeah, and here we go.
Lamp has been lit. We're green out here again, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Haynes is getting the lead. And he's off to a great start out here.
Really good jump for him. He can decide wherever he wants to go.
He's going to take the high line. And they're about 2 cars clear on that high side.
Yeah, I know him and Ray bet Baker's mom, and I know I was in on it. I bet on Baker to finish better than, I think it was Ray and Maines, maybe, I don't know. Regardless, I don't think I won that one.
I cannot lie to you, Kevin. I completely forgot about that until now. Very unfortunate for some of the gamblers on the line out here tonight. How about Brian Hennings and Tyler Wynn getting a good lead there on the inside line?
Yeah, no doubt. Running 3 wide, about 7 back, but other than that, it's really spaced out racing for as late as it is in this one. 11 to go. Oh, and they're stacking up. Boy. They're checking hard.
Run all the drivers for... Oh, and the 23, we're wrecking. Oh, boy.
And holy hell. Luke, I set up the coolest thing today.
What?
My keyboard and mouse flash yellow when it's caution. They flash green when it's going green. And they flash white when the checkered.
Well, I'm going to need a explanation on how to do that one after this race, but we're going to go back and take a look at the replay here. As we saw them all get stacked up there. Not too sure how that happened. We saw a lot of drivers get stuffed up there in a little bit of a checkup game, and it seems as though somebody doesn't receive the checkup well, and we'll see what happens here. Seems as though the speed dies off on the high line near the number 011. The 8 and the 62 just come up full speed, and a little bit of a shuffle happening there. Malik Ray having to brake check pretty hard there, but still gets into the back of the number 62. The 23 has to dive into the inside line. When he comes up to regain and rejoin the track, it seems as though the number 1 either... Well, I don't want to say he doesn't give him enough space, but I mean, the 23 isn't clear and comes down into him, and that's going to result in, obviously, quite the big one out here at Daytona. And we're going to be under 10 laps to go out here this time when we go green again.
Yeah, and I'm going to go take a look and see. Yeah, okay, so Garrett Maines is at no risk of losing the championship. That's secured now. Matthew Baker is at no risk of losing 2nd place. That's secure. 3, 4, and 5 are all within 4 points. It's going to be Malik Ray, Josh McCullough, and Ethan Eckert. 6 is going to be Nash Brambella, 7th, Daniel Falkingham. They're all can be moved around. We know the top 5 get into the money. So really the guys to look at right here are Eckert, Brambella, and Falkingham. That's going to be your 5, 6, and 7. Just to, you know, see if they can maybe sneak in a spot.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to say out here when we are going to be, I believe, 7 laps to go when we go green. We're seeing a lot of cars in the pits here. Daniel Falkingham, Freddie Bassinez, Garrett Maines. A lot of names, but we'll see who all makes it out of there after that big one.
Yeah, and you know, Luke, Danny and Devin, they gave me the privilege of setting the caution line for them. I know I haven't been around for as many races as them, so put a little bit of trust in me. And I like to think it was a decent line. We're at 4 cautions. I set it at 4.5.
Oh boy!
1 more of the overhits. So you know, I think it's a pretty fair line, all things considered.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Kevin.
Yeah, we're gonna be going green this time by, I do believe, and it's gonna be a shootout for some of these guys. I'm just gonna take one more glance at standings. Um, you want me to send you the standings to get it up on the screen, or should I just keep reading them off?
You know, I can't lie to you, Kevin. I just got back from filling my water, so I have no idea what you just said or what you just asked me.
Oh, I see that now. Do you want me to send you a screenshot of standings, or do you want me to just keep trying to fill the viewers in on what it looks like?
I mean, it's up to you. We could bring it up if you want to, but I mean, is there a bunch of them that we need to go over, or is it?
No, it's not a bunch, but it's. I'm just gonna send it to you. I'm. Here's top 10.
One moment. As that's coming through.
Regardless, pace car's coming in. I'll let Luke get that up on the screen while I waffle about the restart. And a good jump for the 74 car of Brian Hennings. And you can get the points off to the right as well. Yep,
There
perfect.
they are. That's the current point standings right now.
Just leave that up. It would be fine because we only have 7 to go here, and Brian Hennings out in the lead. Kyler Wynn following him, and here comes Nathan Harper on the outside up with them. And they get bunched up a little bit back. Ooh, Dylan C. Jones
Boy.
gets kind of into
my,
it,
and we're
loses a
just
lot of speed, and they're just
crisscross,
finding a way around
crisscross.
him.
Oh, and Kyler Wynn gets loose. He holds it together. They're checking up like crazy on the inside line. It's getting stuffed up.
Very stuffed up.
Middle line's completely died. Gonna fade all the way back to the back of that line. I believe that's the number 25 of Michael Wingo. And it's gonna be Nathan Harper currently leading us on the outside. As soon as I say that, he shifts down to the inside and gets a good bump from Kyler Wynn. That inside
And
line
the
is
one
moving.
car of what I think is Huerta, correct me if I'm wrong,
Malik
is
Ray is in the top 3.
yeah, but I'm talking about
Huerta
the
behind
drunken
him, yes.
business. Yeah, he fades a little bit, but finally
Oh,
picks
they're
it
getting a
back
good
up
run.
with the 2 car of what I
Oh,
believe
and
is
Car
Devin
gets loose and
Ray.
they're wrecking behind him.
Uh-oh, but we're gonna stay green. Oh,
Steven
no, we're
Miles is
not.
involved. Oh yeah, that was a. There was, I believe, I saw at least 2 or 3 cars involved there. We're gonna have to go back and take a look at that one.
Celebration, perhaps for Danny Barnes, as that's gonna be the 5th caution of the night.
Look at the chopper view here of that one. Not too sure what happens there. The number 8. Oh, no.
24 maybe comes up a little. He goes down a little.
Good on everyone else for getting by there, as that could have been catastrophic. I'm only reading 2 cars involved there. Joshua McCullough and Joshua McCullough got. So just Joshua McCullough and Steven Miles, I believe, are the only ones involved there on that one. Unfortunate for the both of them, I know. At least Steven Miles.
Somebody goes flying through the gap there. I don't know who it was, but in kind of a default looking car. You see it in the white car, white and blue. Right there.
Literally with no number, it's really tough to say. Maybe let's look at the... That's Michael Wingo. He's made his way all the way up to... Where is he? He's up into 14th now. Let's go to see where he was at the beginning of that ordeal. He is... It is dark out here at Talladega. Daytona, sorry. And he shoots the gap there, and
it's good.
The field goal is good there for Michael Wingo. Sending it through the turn, or through the gap, and managing to stay here on up in front of the wreck.
How about Devin Ray now? Running P4.
Yeah, he's got a chance to make things happen out
Good.
here.
Yeah, and you know I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but if somebody in the chat wants to fill me in on the term ARCA brakes, I've heard it about 10 times in the past week or two, and I've kind of just, you know, been as confused every time.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I'm gonna have to be in the same boat as here with you, but well, we're pacing around out here. We got a bit of a special announcement out here tonight. As of the next, well, we haven't really put a decider on which race it's going to be, but we are going to have a little bit of a showcasing here before too long for our newest vehicle for the ninth gear team. We're going to go and take a look at our new ninth gear truck, Chevy Silverado. It's tough to see the hood there and everything like that, but the big old 9G logo up there on the hood and above the rear. We'll get a better look at it here once the actual season rolls around and we get to get a couple races in with this one. We got some exciting stuff planned with that scheme and some more very exciting stuff over here at Ninth Gear Broadcasting with the future races to come. And it seems as though Kyler Wynn's going to have the lead here right now. Malik Ray going to be behind him.
Yeah, and if you want to pull up this point standings again, keep everyone updated on how that's looking. I think we're going to be 2 to go when we restart. I'm trying to see. How the hell do you see this green, white, checkered shit, Luke?
You literally just click info. And it...
Huh. Seems like I already did that. Where is it?
Yep.
Want to be a smartass? How about you tell me how many we have?
We got... Let me check the flyer.
We got 3. I know we got 3, but I was just wondering if this is one of them or not.
No, sir, it is not. It'll tell you if you... flags are. It'll like actually show, or just in general on iRacing, it'll show you the flags over there on the left. It'll say GWC if we're under a green, white, checkered. And it's going to be 2 to go here when we go green. It's going to be Kyler Wynn and Malik Ray taking charge of each line here. It seems as though a lot of people in here in the chat rooting for Nathan right now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find point standings.
But regardless, the pace car is in, and we're going to be going green with 2 laps to go out here. And we are green, ladies and gentlemen. Kyler Wynn taking the lead, and he's going to opt to take the high line here off the restart. And that outside line really making things work. Kyler Wynn is going to be on the lead of that one. Malik Ray hot on his bumper.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, Kyler and Malik both looking to get a good finish here. I know Malik is running 3rd right now in points, trying to hold on to that. And,
there's the 3rd line.
Final lap. It is. White flag is out, Luke.
Yep, and it is official out here. We're going to hide the point standings here, just make it a little easier for us to see out here. And, we're wrecking hard! And it's going to be Joe Huerta and Kyler Wynn. They're going to be bumper to bumper here, and I believe it's going to be a bit of a drag race out here to the end, as they're a little over a second back from the rest of these guys. They're going to have to really dig if they want a shot about catching up to these guys here. But right now it's
Yeah,
going to
and
be
they're
Joe
headed the
Huerta
wrong
and Kyler
way.
Wynn.
They're just fighting each other for third right now back there, and I think Huerta and Wynn might be able to take it.
They're going to be coming across the line here. Joe Huerta, he takes the high line. Kyler Wynn cuts to the inside. They're bumping. They're rubbing. Kyler Wynn gets a bit of an edge. Oh, and a photo finish. I think Kyler Wynn takes it. It's unofficial. But boy, what a photo finish out here for the championship race at the Roughneck Racing Series. Oh! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh! Joe Huerta goes for a fucking ride!
Holy hell!
And his car is 8 shades of gray out here, and holy shit. What an exciting end to the championship race out here at Daytona, Kevin.
Yeah, and I'm reading .002 between the two of them.
Look at that. What a win for Kyler Wynn out here. Joe Huerta getting P2, and what an exciting finish nonetheless for those drivers out there tonight. And we're going to have to go back and take a look at what caused that one. But there's the official results at the end of the race out here with the Roughneck Racing Championship presented by Ninth Gear Broadcasting. And we're going to go and take a look back at what happened back there to once the white flag was in the air on that last lap. I know the seas kind of parted behind the guys, so we're going to have to go ahead and take back and look here at what happened on that one. And let's take a look here. Let's look at the blimp view, maybe. And we see, ooh, everyone just gets a little loose there. The 62, I think, kind of clips Kyler Wynn there for a second, but the rebound of that's going to cause him to collect about 3, 4, 5 cars behind him.
Let's take a look at our official results here, Luke. We are. That's my fault. Or we did.
Yeah, we already did.
I'm on a little bit of a delay. So
it's all good. Damn, and Devin Ray goes hard into the wall back there. Yeah, he...
Oh, hell. Okay.
Goodness.
Think I got it figured out. As we wait for everyone to get over into the waiting room, I know who I want to talk to first.
Oh, yeah.
It's not your race winner tonight. Your hint. It's the different kind of winner.
You know, I'm going to want to take a look here at what Joe Huerta did there. Oh my god. And I mean, I just have no idea.
Hey, good night, Danny.
Good night, Danny. And yeah, I have no idea how Joe Huerta went for such a wild ride at the end of that one, but nonetheless, I'm impressed at that one. And it was a nail-biter off the finish here, and we're going to look at the checkered flag here real quick.
Hey, Cody, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, it was a good run for you. I know maybe some problems in the heat race, had to start a little further back than you would have liked to, but you were able to work your way up into a podium finish. You want to talk us through not only how that race went, but how you feel your season went?
I mean, the race itself for me was pretty uneventful, honestly. I mean, I kind of had to start in the back. I mean, it was called a racing deal. There was really not a lot that Mayor Baker could have done. So, like, it is what it is. But I start in the race, and I feel like since I'm already starting in last, that I probably should just chill for a while. And that's usually, like, not my style, but it is what it is. I just let the laps wind down and then had a shot late to get in a cash spot. And I gave Brian a good shot, but it looked like at least I went back and looked at it there at the end because I was wondering, you know, how race control is going to call that, and we'll see. But I'm going up to try to square up to him, and then it looked like he's moving down, and we were offset. I was doing the best I could to square up to him when I hit him, but there was a little bit of movement going on, and I just wasn't able to square up to him as good as I would have liked. But if it stands, it's a good P3, and it was just a tough season. Got wrecked out of a lot, but this one kind of salvaged that a little bit. But yeah, I'll hopefully take that momentum in the next season.
Yeah, very up and down season, but ending on an up is always a good sign, especially with a season 2 coming up. From what I hear, we look forward to seeing you if we get the privilege to run season 2. But anyone you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for picking up the broadcast. James Wagner, as always. I mean, he put on a very good season. Had a lot of funning into it. R&R is definitely on the upswing. I'm looking forward to season 2. Wagner's Welding, big shout out, primary sponsor on the hood. Nightmare Esports, um, Icon Apparel, and I want to give a big shout out to just my hometown of Rolla, Missouri. Um, Fortunately, I wasn't really a part of the storm, but my rental house took some. I mean, it took minor damage, but the neighborhood itself, I narrowly missed a tornado. I'll just put it that way. So, thoughts and prayers out to Rolla, Missouri, and we got to start rebuilding. The town's in shambles right now.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to your town, Cody. Glad you stayed safe, but we know the storm took a lot of caused a lot of damage out there. So thoughts and prayers to everyone, and we appreciate the interview and we appreciate the show you've given us all season.
Yep, thank you.
That was Cody Nagel's up and down season, Luke. I think he's gonna finish around P11-ish. P11, P12. I don't have the results yet. I'm just looking. He was running 14th going into that race. What a good finish for him. So, way she goes. Next I want to get Joe in here. Joe Huerta.
Yeah, we gotta ask him about that wild ride he went for after the race.
Hey, Joe, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, man, it was a tight one between you and Kyler there at the end. He made the move. You tried to hold it off as best you could. He got you by 0.02 of a second. Can't be upset about the second place, though. And then we got the show of a lifetime after the checkered flag. You going for an absolute ride. Some of the highly rated things we look for is, those big wrecks when it doesn't matter. So thanks for that. You want to talk us through how that finish went?
You got you. My throttle stuck across the line. That's what caused that. But I checked out infield care center, and they said I'm all right. But yeah, with Kyler, it was the two of us. We were clear. I knew if he got to my outside, he was gonna side draft me, and that would have been it. So I was gonna try to force some bottom out of 4, but I maybe waited a little bit too long because I didn't get far enough back to his right rear to side draft him back. But I'll take the second place. I am terrible in these next gen cars. I haven't been able to figure them out for about a year. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you got the momentum now. Will we see you in a season 2 of R&R, and B, will you be able to continue and carry that momentum into the season to get some more good finishes?
I think so. You'll definitely see me next season, and I'm for sure hoping to keep all this momentum. But these cars are such a roll of the dice. I think probably the most roll of the dice car on the service. But yeah, it's a lot of fun racing out there. You got Kyler and Malik in front of you. If those are the only 2 cars in front of you, you're looking pretty good. So I'll take a second.
Yeah, and we appreciate the interview. Congratulations on the P2, Joe. And anyone you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Obviously, want to shout out the Jack Shack. Jared, Devin, Trevor, Flanagan, Chris was in the spotter booth today. So, but yeah, big shout out to those guys. They were helping me out, making moves throughout the final few laps there.
All right, I appreciate it, Joe, and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Joe Huerta, finished second, Luke, and went for an absolute ride there at the end.
Oh yeah, and always love watching those crazy wrecks there at the end when they don't matter.
And let's get our race winner of the night in, Kyler Wynn. Hey, Kyler, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep.
Hey, man, you got Joe by 0.02 of a second there. At the end, it was a great finish. It was a great restart for you, and you took it home. You want to talk us through how that race went and how that finish went?
Yeah, excellent race, or excellent finish, I'd say. Eventful race, to say the least. Huge wreck there going into 1 on the white flag. Kind of secured it for me and Joe. Guaranteed 1-2. I just stayed locked on his bumper until I was planning to make a move to his right out of 4, but he made a really good move and went up. So he forced me to go low on him. And honestly, that was a race-winning move. That's the only way he could have won that there. And he hit me with a speed match from the line, but I just had a little bit more mo and barely beat him out. But either way, great race. I enjoyed it. This car changed a little bit since the last update, but I still enjoy it way more than any of the other cars on this game.
Now, you didn't race a full season, but you got some points. I don't know, A, if you're going to race next season. B, how are you going to be able to take this momentum, winning the season closer and carry it into the next season if you do choose to run it?
Yeah, I didn't really race for the championship. I missed a few races, or a lot of races actually. But if they do another one, I'm sure they will. It's a great format. I will definitely be back, racing for that championship. I think if I did all the races, I had a shot there. But we missed a few, and with no drops and how the championship works, that's going to happen. But either way, I'm happy to close it out with a win this season, I guess. And we'll be back next Wednesday for sure.
All right, we appreciate it, Kyler. Congratulations on the win. Anything you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, factory stamps on the car. My teammates Steven and Malik, they both got wrecked out there going into one on the last lap. And you guys for broadcasting. You guys did a great job broadcasting. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Kyler, and congratulations.
Yep.
That was Kyler Wynn. Got the win. That's a good name for a racer, Luke.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Kevin. And that was a wild ride out there and a wild end of a race out there.
We're not done with the interviews.
Oh, all right.
It's time to get to the big dogs now. Your season winner of season 1 here in RNR.
Right.
Let's get Garrett Maines in here.
I mean, I can't.
Hey, Garrett, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, sorry to cut you off. I know you were probably talking to some of the other guys, but we just have to talk to you about, getting the championship. You're a champion. How do you feel?
Oh, man. I was literally about to say this to them. I came into this not intending to run for the points. Baker asked me to run with them on Wednesday nights. I was like, why not? Might as well, just go out there and do some money racing. I had the night off, basically. So I was like, okay. And the first race, I ended up pushing him to the win. It was like one of those situations where I absolutely could have and probably should have pulled out a line because it was a tandem. And I was like, I'm not running for points. I don't want to take the points from him. I'm just going to push him to the win. And then it became down to us at the end. I'm like, man, those 2 points would have locked me in coming into this. But, we were up front most of the night. Unfortunately, obviously got caught up in some of the drama, but I mean, we did what we needed to do. And, unfortunately, Baker had some bad luck. It would have been nice for us to both just have good nights, but, we got the championship. It's really cool. There's, some extra bonuses I had no idea about. So I'm glad other people read and keep up with this stuff because clearly I was not.
Yeah, we're not too informed about that either, but we know you had the 8-point lead going in. We know it wasn't going to be whether or not Baker had a good night. It was going to be whether or not you had he had a good night and you had a bad night. So does that help a little knowing that, it's more in your control as opposed to, just seeing how Baker did?
Well, I'll be honest with you. In this league, that seems to be okay, but in the PGR March Madness, I have scammed my way through the whole bracket. Every single time I have been wrecked, and the other person has been wrecked worse. I don't think I've cashed once the entire March Madness, but we're in the Final Four now, so I just had that in the back of my mind that in these situations I have gotten the short end of the stick, but it seems we haven't been pulling that on Wednesday nights. So happy to get another solid finish tonight. It would have been nice to cash, but obviously it would have been points and it was all I needed. So happy to have got it done.
Yeah, and one last thing before we get you out of here. We know you got the momentum now. You took the championship. Will we see you in the second season, and how are you going to carry that momentum?
Hey, as long as my schedule stays open on Wednesday nights, I would love to come back for a second season. I like the way that they do the points. I think it's unique and really forces you not to just be consistent, because in reality, outside the top 15, it's kind of when did you get wrecked, not how did you compete. So I like it being a top 10 deal, and I think it allows for some bad luck and really rewards consistency. So we'll see. I really like it though, and hopefully it'll be even better the second season.
All right, we appreciate it, Garrett. Congratulations on the championship. Anybody you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to give a huge shout out to Wigan Water Technologies for their support this season. We actually just got the first real life race on the Specky 30 this past weekend with them on the car. So excited to continue the partnership and first championship technically with them. So that's cool. And also got to give a shout out to Scott at MCU Body, and a thank you to Linux as well.
All right, I appreciate it, Garrett. Some celebration in order. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That was Garrett Maines. I want to get Matt in here. He ran second. Just see what he says. I know he's probably not too thrilled with how it finished, but all in all, a good season.
All right, dude.
Hey Matt, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey man, we talked to you this time last week. You told us, what needed to be done. It was a stretch. You needed Garrett to have a bad night as well as you have a good night. But you also knew that you were cashing at least second, and that's what you did. You had a great season. Maybe a little frustrating at the end, but all in all, it was a great season for you, and you were able to finish second. You want to talk us through how the season felt?
Yeah, no, it was good. I felt like if I wasn't winning, I was wrecking. So I'm glad I could at least rack up 3 wins throughout the year and get a second place finish under my belt. That really pushed my points above what some of the finishes showed. But all in all, it was a great season. I think I led like the second most laps out of everyone. So I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. And excited to take home the second place. I know I had it secured. Wanted to race for it, but I don't know what we were doing there in the second pack, pushing 4 deep like that offset. But it's live to fight another day. We'll come back tomorrow and try it again.
Yeah, and we've been talking to a lot of the drivers tonight about, good finishes and getting some momentum going into the next season. We heard from your mom in the chat that maybe there won't be a next season for you as you're possibly being deployed before the next season. We don't know the schedule. Will we see you next season? How's that going to work out?
Yeah, I won't be here next season. So it was my last race for RNR until probably the fall. So it'll be a little bit until I'm back and get back in the seat and shake off the rust and try and go to get the championship. I'm sure it'll be the third or fourth season by the time I get back. So excited to see how it grows and watch y'all's broadcast while I'm gone when I can. And yeah.
Well, we appreciate you fighting bigger battles than the super speedways. We've had a great season. We've talked to you a lot. It's been a very dominant season for you. So thanks for all the interviews. Congratulations on the P2. Anyone you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, just always thanks to Coasting Thunder, MBG Motorsports, Bakersfield Construction. Thanks to Garrett. Congrats on him getting the title. We worked together really well all season, and it shows with the 1-2 finish. Malik, I think Malik had like 3 less starts than us, finishes in third. So, congrats to him in the top 3, and then Josh and Nash rounding out the top 5 for the payout positions. So, all in all, it was a great season. I'm gonna go back and watch this race on the broadcast, even though I wasn't really up front there. I always enjoy supporting the broadcasters, and thanks to James for putting this on and taking money out of his own pocket and time out of his own day to put the series on and make it work, and Melton as well for being behind the scenes and updating the points. So it was a great season, and excited to be back for the next one whenever that is for myself, and excited to watch the next season while I'm gone.
All right, we appreciate it, Matt, and congrats on the silver on the season.
Thanks, man.
How's Matthew Baker? Luke finished second, and I think that's about going to do it for the interviews. Whew, a crazy closing race and a very exciting one.
Oh yeah, no doubt, Kevin. We had a great season out here with the Roughneck Racing Money Madness, and I'm a little sad, the season's over, but hoping for next season. We're looking up for that, and overall, just a very, very exciting race and a very, very exciting season out here.
Yeah, no doubt. I know we would love to do another season if James chooses to go that direction. If not, I mean, we had a blast. And we learned a lot, Luke. This is the first full-time season that we were scheduled for as broadcasters. And now come, 8 weeks later, we have learned a lot.
Oh yeah, we have come a long way since our first broadcast, and we'd like to think, we've made it better along the way, and hopefully slowly improving things here as we, catch our bearings here in this broadcaster world. We're still very, very new to this, and still getting used to things, but we've been having an absolute blast out here, and a big special thanks to Wagner and everybody at Roughneck Racing for giving us the opportunity to broadcast this season, and hopefully looking forward to many more. And any final closing thoughts here, Kevin?
Yeah, not much. I know usually we say what we got coming up, but we're pretty open. We just finished our CMS season. We just finished our R&R season. So we're pretty open coming up. We'll be keeping you viewers tuned on what we do decide to broadcast. We have some new seasons, new series in the works. So stay tuned. Other than that, that's about all I got for tonight, Luke.
Yeah, and a big thanks to all the viewers who came out here to watch the video and live stream while it's watching now. And special thanks to all the drivers out there for giving us an exciting race to watch as always.